Hello guys. So in this session, we will be looking at a question that is comparison of kinship system in North India and South India. So a comparison, it's a basic question, elementary question. You can get it as 10 marker. So first you need to define kinship system, or what should be the introduction. You can say kinship system represent the web of social relationships based on blood ties, that means consanguinity, or the marital ties, that means affinity. So affinal or consanguineal relation. So these systems determine the social organization, the marriage rules, the residence patterns, and the interpersonal obligations in different regions. So this is something which you can write in India, and you can talk about India. So in India, kinship structure varies significantly across regions. So now we are coming to the question, and that is reflecting the diversity of cultural practices and social norms. So, sociologist Irawati Karve categorized Indian kinship system into four distinct zones. So, this is the best way you can mention, and you can write the answer. Talk about Irawati Karve. So, North, South, Central India, and East, with notable differences between North and South Indian system. So, let's try to understand the kinship system in North India. So, the North Indian kinship system is influenced by Aryan tradition and covers, regions like Odisha, Bihar, West Bengal, Punjab. So what are the distinctive features? If you see patrilineal focus, a strict distinction between patrikins, that means father's kins, and matrikins, that is mother's kins, is there. So relationship like father's brother and father's sister are clearly differentiated. Okay, now again, if you see the marriage rules, highly exhaustive exogamy with restrictions, extending to 5 to 7, generations on the father's and mother's side. So at least five generation, you are not allowed to, marry within the gotra, right? So exogamy outside the family, that's what you're talking about. So prohibition of marriage within the same village or maternal kin group. So from the kin group, from the kinship system, you cannot marry. You need to marry outside. So this is what you mean by exogamy. Marrying within is not allowed, right? So exogamous practices. We will talk about clan exogamy, right? So this is what we are talking about. Caste endogamy. So if you belong to a particular caste, what is the rule? Endogamy. But clan exogamy. So here clan exogamy is what actually practiced till 5 generations. Okay, so on the father's and mother's side as well. But when we talk about South India, that is not that much rigid, right? So endogamy is also there. Within family, cousin marriage is also there. We'll talk about that. If you look at the residence pattern, then Virilocal residence, the post marriage, the couple resides near, or with the husband's family. That is reinforcing again the patrilineal ties. Then, if you look at the hierarchy and gender dynamics, you can talk about Vinada's analysis. In Punjabi kinship, the father-son relationship take precedence over husband-wife relationship. That is reflecting again the patriarchal values. And generational respect differentiate elder and younger kin, that is emphasizing age-based hierarchies. So different types of hierarchies we can actually discuss over there, right? So patriarchal values and then age-based hierarchies like that. Now coming to South India, kinship system in South India, it is again covering the entirety of South India and parts of Maharashtra, Odisha that present, entirely a different contrast also. We'll be looking at that. Now, what are the distinctive features? Equivalence of patrilineal and matrilineal kin. So, father's brother is equated with mother's sister's husband and their children. That means parallel cousin are considered eligible for marriage. So, cross cousin marriages are permissible, unlike North India, where such unions are prohibited. There it is purely clan exogamy, but here the cross cousins marriage is permissible. Right? Again, flexible exogamy. Marriage rules are less rigid compared to North India, and that allowing intrafamilial marriages, including uncle niece and cross cousin unions. Uncle niece, it is very much prevalent in Tamil Nadu. Then residence patterns. Post-marriage arrangements may vary, but the hostility between in-laws seen in North India is very weaker, and that is indicating more harmonious marital dynamics. Okay, now coming to hierarchy and gender dynamics. There is an egalitarian respect, love and respect for younger and elder kin that cut across generations, with roles being more relational. For example, the father is often treated as an elder brother and the mother as an elder sister. So there is a kind of egalitarian respect you see than less of hierarchy. Husband-wife relationship hold greater significance and are not subdued to father-son dynamics like we have discussed in case of North. So there is an egalitarian respect, and that hierarchy is not rigidly maintained. Now, if you want to talk about the clear, distinction, we can define in terms of marriage rules, we can define in terms of residence patterns, we can define in terms of lineage, we can define in terms of hierarchy, gender dynamics like that. So let's start with lineage. North India, patrilineal emphasis. When it comes to South India, there is a balance between patrilineal and matrilineal kin. Then marriage rules. North India, strict exogamy, no cross cousin marriages. South India, cross cousin and uncle niece marriages are allowed. Residential pattern in North India, virilocal. In South India, flexible with less hostility among in-laws. Then gender dynamics, if you see, father-son relationship is prioritized in North India, but husband-wife relationship is more prominent in South India. Hierarchy, if you see, there is a generational respect and age hierarchy in North India, but a kind of egalitarian respect, a close generation, you see that in South India. Right? Now, let's look at some of the sociological perspective. We discussed all these from Irawati Karve study. So, in fact, Irawati Karve identified regional variations in Indian kinship system, emphasizing the cultural and historical influences that is shaping these differences. So that's exactly what we have seen. Veena thus highlighted the subordination of husband-wife relationship to father-son relation in North Indian kinship system, underscoring patriarchy's influence. That's especially in Punjab family. We discussed already. Louis Dumois, if you see, examined the caste and kinship intersections, and that's emphasizing the hierarchical structure that is embedded in North Indian kinship due to the rigid caste and marriage rules. And Andre Bette, highlighted or noted that South Indian kinship, in fact, offers greater flexibility in relationships and marriage rules, and that's reflecting less rigid social stratification. What is the conclusion? How can you conclude? See, the kinship system in North and South India are shaped by distinct historical, cultural, and social factors. The North Indian system emphasizes rigid exogamy, patrilineal hierarchy, and very local residence. The South Indian system allows for more rational and relational fluidity, with practices like close cousin marriages are there and egalitarian kinships roles are also there. So these differences, if you see, they highlight the diversity of social organization within India and the need to consider regional variations when studying the kinship. So understanding these systems that offers valuable insights into the broader dynamics of social structure, the gender roles, and cultural identity in Indian society. So guys, this is a very simple question. If you get the question, it's a straightforward answer. You just need to talk about the couple of sociologists, and mainly you talk about Irawati Karve study. So that's about this session, guys, and thank you so much. If you like the video, don't forget to share it with your friends who's preparing for sociology. If you're looking for the course of sociology or test series or mentorship, get in touch with us. The details are given in the description. So see you in the next video.